Hey guys, DylanSchuyler here with 6.5 months. I wanted to start out saying I'm not going to be doing the halves anymore, so it's only going to be month by month basis. So I just wanted to do that kind of update. I was thinking of saying that in my last episode, but I realized that I didn't, so I was like, oh, okay, I guess I still got to do the half for this month. So, yeah, my voice is deeper. Everyone this week has been saying that my voice is deeper. And they're all kind of like just noticing the haircut and the changes and stuff. So, yes, my hair is still long for anybody who's curious. Um, it's just sides are shaven. So, when I put it up, it keeps me cooler. But, yeah, my hair is still long and luxurious. It's great because it is winter, so I was like on the fence with cutting my hair because of that sense, and I didn't really want to be cold, so my best alternative was to just keep it long and short at the same time, because I'm still in the in-between phase of like hormones a little bit and trying to readjust to, yes, I'm still warmer in some senses, and then other senses I'm still too cold. So having this kind of like variation of a haircut definitely helps. Also, this style of a haircut has been a haircut I've wanted to do for over a year and a half now, so here we are. Finally have the haircut. I actually really like it. It's also slightly Native American style haircut I've noticed as well too, because they would shave the sides of their head and then they would braid it down the middle kind of thing. I haven't really done the braid yet, but I'm sure it looks really cool. And then alternatively, you can also just have like the horseshoe haircut, but I've noticed a lot of trans guys actually just have that haircut. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna be different. So I kept a little bit in the back because it is slightly a mohawk style. I could spike it if I wanted to. I don't see myself doing that, though my style has moved towards a gothic style, so I'm definitely much more goth with a little bit of a touch of punk here and there. It's taken me a minute to figure it out, but I'm finally there. I still wear light clothing here and there occasionally. We'll see what my variation of like color will be once the spring comes around, because I gotta learn like what each season brings for my moods and colors that I want to wear. But if it still sticks with just being like dark colors and I'm goth still, then I'm probably just gonna like give away all my colors. Plus, I'm trying to still get to the minimal side of like having clothing and stuff. Like this sweater is probably going to be one of the last times that I ever wear this sweater. Yes, it is goth and it's like really thick and comfy, but I'm noticing my arms are building up more and my shoulders as well, so we'll see. I'll keep it a little bit longer to see how it fits once I have more muscle, but again, next year is kind of the year that I'm planning to like go live on a boat and like sail the world and have a remote job. So I may just be like, I don't really want seasonal shirts too much even anymore. I do love this sweater. Maybe I'll just keep it in my closet just for the sense of it. Oh, look, my kitty. But we'll see, we'll see. I'm still kind of making up my mind about things. This is Luna. If you guys were ever to visit my house, you would never even know this little one exists. She is super pretty. She has a little white spot on her chest, and I say that's the moon, and that's why I named her Luna. She is a precious little baby, and my dog is jealous right here. I don't know if you can see her, but she's right there staring at me holding my cat. They kind of have a little fight for my attention, or Luna comes in, gets my attention, and then Honey's usually, oh, my dog's sniffing the microphone, so you guys are gonna hear that. They usually, Honey gets jealous of Luna very easily, so Yes, honey, that's my testosterone. But yeah, this is Luna. I have another little black kitty. His name's Raven. He may make an appearance. I'm sitting on the floor, so my cats are going to be coming in and out and saying hi and saying goodbye. Hello, little tail. This is a little tail. Would you like some attention now too, honey? Since Luna got some... Nope, we're going to be sassy. She's going to pretend she wants attention and then run away when I try to give her some. That's the attitude of the bean. Hi, honey. Yes, what you doing? You're so cute. Hi. So guest feature today, we had Luna, and we're probably gonna have Honey playing with toys at some point because she's starting to look at her toys and she's bouncing around over there. This week I also had a little bit of a hard time because I did go on a date and it went really good the first meeting, but the second meeting I'm still working on like gauging how soon I should like bring people to my house. So I made a bad decision of letting them over my house too soon, and they brought their dog, and the dog ended up chasing my cats around the house, which is not cool because it's like this is their house. They shouldn't be scared of something in their space. And because of my past traumas, I just kind of like stood there in shock and watched it like go around the house. And at first I was kind of like making jokes about it, but then like as the night went on, they invited themselves to stay the night, and I was just like, okay. And then my cats tried coming down to eat food again, and the dog did it again, and it made me angry. So I was just kind of like triggered also because it was a black dog as well chasing my cats around the house. And so I had flashbacks about like stuff from my past, and they asked me if I was okay, and I was like, no, I'm triggered. And so they started packing up their shit, and then they started like saying I'm gonna head out, and I was like, okay, well, if you're tired, you have the option of staying in my guest room. Just keep you and your dog in there. And I just don't want anything to go on. And they were like, when are you going to bed? They were like expecting to sleep in my bed with me. So second date, second time meeting someone and them expecting to sleep with me, not cool. Huge red flag. And there was like multiple other things that happened that were huge red flags. I think I counted a total of like 16 red flags that have occurred. I still walk through my house and I hear like little conversations that we had, and none of which were very okay. So, yeah. And I found that kind of like funny that this had to occur right after I recorded the most recent, or not now the most recent, but the most recent episode of last week. And that was also like another trauma of a guest coming over. So I just have really bad luck with guests, I guess. So yeah. But on a positive note, I was talking with a stranger over the phone, and we were talking, and then at the end of the phone call I was like, okay, thanks, man. And he was like, yeah, okay, no problem, you too, man. And I was like, I just got correctly gendered, and like I hung up the phone and I was just like, huh, that was nice, that was cool. So my voice is definitely getting deeper and people can hear it, and I sound more masculine. So talking over the phone sound is great now because people are going to properly gender me. So that's really nice. And so I had that positive little thing that happened, and I'm probably going to be selling my car next week too. So that's also a good thing as well. I just need to figure out what insurance I should get for my new car to insure it. I'm trying to look for something that's on the better price end, but I also want to be properly covered just in case anything happens. Like acts of God where there's like a tree branch that falls, or Not that that would happen, because like my yard's pretty good, but I just want to be on the safe side. But yeah, and I also treated myself to some like little gifts and stuff, which was nice for the holidays because I don't have anybody to celebrate with. Haven't for a couple years because my family stopped celebrating holiday stuff around this time of year. So honestly, Thanksgiving's way more tough for me than this month, December. So there's that. I celebrate Yule, which is a Wiccan, pagan, witchy kind of holiday. For that, we usually just do like 13, 12 days worth of burning firewood and like honoring the spirits. And then the winter solstice comes around and we honor like the winter spirits as well. So I'm looking forward to that. I keep like looking at my calendar because for some reason after this like date that I had, this week has like slowed the fuck down, and then Mercury also went into retrograde. So I'm sitting here like, yo, what the fuck? And then I also had another good date, and then I also had a really good conversation with one of my closest friends that, or not closest, but we're getting pretty close, I feel. Shout out to Rosie. Rosie always be watching all my videos and always be sitting there like supporting me, and you are amazing. Love you, Rosie. So we had like a really good conversation after like that whole date thing, and that like kind of eased my nerves, and I had quite a few people kind of like reaching out to me and being like, I love you, just know that you're loved. What are you doing? You're distracting me. If you're eating something, I really don't know what the heck that was, okay, you weirdo. You find stuff. You're very good at that. Hi, why don't you come here, Poofball? Come here. You want to come sit with me while I talk? Yeah. I don't need a nose cleaning, thank you. You're so cute. Oh, Luna's back. Oh, Jealous has to go make sure she knows who you are. And Honey's gonna try to come back over here and claim her spot next to me, so Luna can't do that. The drama of animals. But, let's see. And then I also had a friend come over, like, yesterday, and we kind of, like, we've been vibing. We're, like, building a good connection, and I like it, so that's fun. We're still trying to figure out what our relationship is, so that's interesting as well. And they were trying to also listen to, like, how this terrible date with this other person went, and they're like, wow, you have really bad luck, and I was like, I mean, sometimes, yeah. Not all the time. It's just a lot times. I just, like, sometimes I'm a little bit too trusting. Working on having better boundaries and being more cautious. I don't know. I just feel like all the bad stories that I tell and think of about my past, I just feel like they're not fully real sometimes, even though they did happen. I guess that's kind of a trauma response as well, where you downplay it and then think that it's not going to happen again, even though it's possible that it could. So you need to learn from it and be better at protecting yourself and being cautious. So learn, you live and you learn. That's all I can say. And you can only let things get better. I mean, it was bothering me a lot at first, but it's slowly getting better, especially since I've been able to talk to people about it. There was one person that I did talk with who kind of like didn't really make me feel the most supported when I was talking about this stuff with them. They kind of like it's weirdly, it was very weird. They like kind of made it almost felt like they took the other person's side, which I'm not asking anybody to take sides, but it was like I didn't feel very supported, and it didn't feel like my problems were very relevant. So there was that. And I don't know. It is what it is. Just let it go, I guess, I suppose. To each their own. Honestly, that tells me more about them than it tells me about myself, so that's the little mantra I keep saying in my head. It's not about me, it's about them, kind of thing. um, but yeah, I got like cute little gifts for myself, and all of which are ones that I would be taking onto my boat. So yeah, I'm starting to see the ability of living on my boat becoming more of a reality, and that's really nice because I just want to feel free. And honestly, the place that I live right now is very lovely. It is very comfortable. It has plenty of space, um, almost to the point that it's overwhelming and too much. um, but I am caretaking for it for my grandmother because she owns it, and so I am very grateful for the space I live in, but I would much rather prefer a space that is my own and I can call my own and feel that I can maintain it and take care of it in the way that I choose, because learning all these different aspects of the house that I have not much knowledge of is a bit challenging. I have been working on murals in the rooms a little bit more, and I do have some like basic finishing knowledge of like how to finish a room, which is what most of the spaces need. So we're chipping away at it. My mural over here has been a little bit of a nightmare for me recently because I'm trying to get storm clouds painted up on the higher part of it. If you do want to follow how this is like progressing, follow me on Snapchat. I post to there. Instagram's also a great spot for finding it as well. So if you do want to know what I'm doing and you're curious to see like what my art style is, go find me on these two social medias. Also TikTok a little bit, but that's more of like kind of body face art that I do versus like construction. Um, so we're getting there as well. I think I mentioned possibly in one of the past couple videos, I cleaned out the other guest room that's on this floor, and it just needs to be painted. A little bit of sheetrocking needs to go up, and then a little bit of tongue and groove as well, um, and then a carpet eventually, and a couple doors for the closets, and a door for the exit. And unfortunately, my grandfather polyurethaned the wall, and polyurethane is not my taste, so I need to sand it off the wall. So that's going to be also a task, especially since I don't have any sandpaper for the sanding tool that I have for that. So yay! Don't know when or if I'll get around to doing that, but at least I'll do the mural in there. I know that for sure. Um, so there's that. And then I've done a couple other projects I'm working on. I like that I have a lot of time for doing my art because I've had so many projects sitting on the back burner for so long, but I just never have had time. So waking up and just being able to just do art. I've also started selling my paintings that I've made in the past. Those are all on Facebook Marketplace versus eBay, which unfortunately eBay's been giving me a bit of a hard time recently, but I want to sell them on eBay because of the fact that there's a larger audience, but Facebook Marketplace is a little bit complicated when it comes to like the shipping. Like I keep trying to enter into the shipping part of it, but then they specifically require you to have like some sort of like email or something, and I keep entering an email, but then it doesn't work, and I'm like, okay, we'll just do local pickup. Okay. Voice crack. um, but yeah, I'm getting ready for the new year, and it's feeling like it's starting to calm down, and I'm happy to say goodbye to 2023. Lots of healing for sure, and my podcast is a lot longer the first season than I originally anticipated. Um, I still haven't even made it around to the episodes where I talk about my mom. That one I have been putting off for a while because of the fact that I know it's going to be a lot and it's going to bring up a lot, and I'm probably actually going to end up crying during that. So if you want to go check that out and see like how my healing journey is going with that, go check it out on Spotify. That's the Walking Podcast kind of thing. But yeah, it's been interesting for sure. And just because I have like a messed up past and lots of stuff has happened there, that doesn't contribute to who I am and who I am becoming. Who I am and who I am becoming has always been who I am and becoming. I'm just taking the mask off of who I used to be to please others. So it feels nice and liberating. So I didn't even know what I wanted for most of my life. I didn't know I wanted to live on a boat. But, like, if you were to look in the pattern of, like, all my favorite movies, yeah, you would see it, because Little Mermaid was my favorite movie. What are you doing? Don't do that. That's gross. She was scooting. I don't know why she's doing that. Yes, I'll clean your butt later if that's really what you need. Hi. Can you come sit over here? Yeah, why don't you come sit over here? Yeah, girl. Good job. Good girl. Good girl. Honey's a good girl. Yes, she is. You want to sit? Yeah, you can sit. Or you can get a toy and we can play a little if you want. But I'm still in the middle of something silly. Aw, you're so cute. You're so cute. Yes, you are. You're so cute. You're so cute. Yes. Alright. No, don't do that. People are going to see you scooting. Nobody wants to see you scoot. That's gross. I don't want to see you scoot. Oh, jeez. She is quite interesting right now. Other things that are positive that have happened. A lot of people are noticing my haircut and they're saying it looks really good. A thing that's not as nice, I have gotten my first 2 very ugly, angry pimples. And they ache and they hurt, and I'm not used to like pimples feeling like this. I am used to just having like a little itty bitty thing comes up, and it's just like a little whitehead, and then I can take like some tea tree, clean that off, and then like pop it. But I usually pop it with like a needle or something because I don't like squeezing and then popping it like that. I'm hardcore when it comes to popping a pimple. I sterilize the needle and stuff, and then I pop it, and then I wipe it again with some tea tree, and then put a little bit of lavender on it, and then leave it alone, and then it's gone within the next 2 or 3 days. That's how I previously have dealt with my pimples. But these ones haven't even gotten whiteheads yet, and they sit there and they're sore as all heck. And they are not comfortable. Not one bit. But I am very much into like energy and the meaning of like things that come up in your body, because emotions I feel are very intertwined with anything that happens in the body. So when this has come up, I think about what side of my body it's on, which is the left, and the left side of your body is the feminine side. So then I'm also thinking about, okay, so the meaning of a pimple is anger, and so it's on the left side of my body, and it means anger. And what am I slightly angry at? A date that I had on Monday that was not very nice. So it makes sense. I'm processing those feelings and letting them go, but I've had emotional experience that has now brought about a physical. So that's super great. That emotion was that intense. I'm working through getting rid of that and letting it go. I've been moisturizing it and trying to clean it as much as I can. But now that I've acknowledged that they exist on my face, now they're slightly sore. I saged the heck out of my house after they left, so the space was cleared and healthy and comfortable again. I need to keep saging it because each time I bring up this person, I'm drawing the energy of them back in. So I need to sage after I do this little chat. But yeah, trying to think of any other things that have occurred. I didn't take too many notes, so I don't really have much else to say. It's just kind of like what's going on, how's things going kind of thing. But I think I've covered mostly everything that's going on right now. So let's get on to the tea. I also brought my vitamins in here so you guys can still see that I'm taking my vitamins. I did have like a couple weeks where I stopped taking them because somebody said something to me about them, and like it's kind of like some habits that my mom used to have, and I don't feel that it was fully correct. So I sat there and I thought about it and tried to figure out if what they said was correct, and I came to the conclusion that it was not. So there was that, at least. And it took me even a little bit longer to get myself back around to taking them, and I realized once I started taking them again, I started feeling comfortable and less depressed again. So these are very important for me to take. Calcium, I definitely need that on a daily basis. I don't really drink milk or have any other way of consuming calcium, so this is important for me. I have paint on my finger, so if you're seeing the red, that's paint. And oh yeah, I don't know if I've ever showed you guys my 4-leaf clovers I found over the summer. I taped them to my water bottle because I was happy about it and I wanted to show them off. So okay, so that was the calcium. I do take the ashwagandha. There's many benefits from ashwagandha. It's not just for boosting testosterone in your body. It can also help your sex drive. It can also help you lucid dream. It can also, there's a couple other things. I just blanked on them all. But it's a really good medicinal herb for you. And it can also, I think in some senses, it can help your voice. But I don't know if that's totally true. I could be wrong on that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free to leave that in the comments below if you have found or learned any other information on ashwagandha that I don't really know. I would love to hear your opinions on that and see what you guys have to say. Like, I'd love to read some of your conversations if you want to have some in my comments. Yeah. Now that it's actually drier out, though, it doesn't taste nearly as bad when you're taking it. When you take the ashwagandha out of its original package and you put it into this, and it's more like humid out, the flavor gets a lot worse because the moisture gets into it a little bit, and then you take it and it's already getting ready to dissolve in your mouth. But since it's drier out, which you probably can see a little bit on my lip, I get really bad chapped lips during the winter. It doesn't absorb the moisture as much, and so it stays drier and it doesn't taste nearly as bad when you're taking it. So that's nice. Let's see. I'm still taking my mushroom one as well. This still has all those different types of mushrooms in it. And that helps with like brain functioning, depression, anxiety, and it just like helps your overall mood and like gets you through your day if you need it. I'm sure I probably said all this kind of stuff before, but I'm just doing this as like a little bit of a reminder. And then we have, so I had talked with I talked with my acupuncturist, and I've been having this like red spot right here for a while, and I was describing a couple other like symptoms of like your liver not doing the best or something like that. And she was like, okay, so you need to do like a liver cleanse, which incorporates having lots of citrus. And milk thistle is also really good at helping your liver as well. So I boosted my dose up to 2 milk thistle capsules a week. And I'm going to do that until I finish off a bottle, which probably will be like next week because there's really not a lot left in it. And after that, I'm probably not going to have milk thistle anymore. I'm just going to be having all the citrus. But guys, I made the most bomb fucking lemonade the other day. And it had also some lime in it too, which if you're going to be out living at sea, you need to be good with having lime because you don't want to get scurvy. So there's that. And that's really good. So milk thistle number 1 and then milk thistle number 2. And then of course I'm still taking my turmeric. Turmeric's really good. This was originally what I've been taking since I started realizing I was trans. It started making me feel I had a little bit more testosterone and feeling more masculine at first. So I've been just consistently taking this. I did read somewhere at one point that it can fuck with your sleep. And then I got paranoid about it and like psyched myself out for like 2 weeks thinking that if I stop taking it, it's gonna fuck with my sleep. And I stopped taking it because I wanted to see if it would. And then I just wasn't sleeping well, and I was like, okay, I think I'm literally overthinking this. And then I stopped overthinking it, and then I was like, oh, okay, now I can sleep, which took like 2 weeks. But that could also have been like it exiting my system too. But I took it again for like a week, and then I stopped, and then I tried testing it to see if I was sleeping better again, and then I was like, okay, I seem to be still sleeping fine, so it wasn't the turmeric. Um, so I don't know. I still take it. It helps me. I need to look more into what its benefits were again because I'm blanking on them. But it still helps me in some senses or another. Turmeric is really good for you. I'm just blanking on the reasons why it is really good for you right now. It does help with sleep. I know that, at least. But the capsules that this brand that I just got them with, I don't know what they did, but like a little bit must make it out. I'm still taking 2 things of magnesium. I really do need magnesium for my body. It helps me tremendously. I have needed magnesium my whole entire life. My mom, even when I was little, she's like, yeah, you should be like taking magnesium every day. And I'm just like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't take shit for like anything. Like if I even need like an anxiety med when I was a kid, yeah, good luck getting me to take it. I wouldn't have taken it. Especially anything that required taking it every day. No. Even this, I sometimes go through weeks where I just don't take them because I can't do routines. It just drives me nuts unless it's like my routine that I constructed, which that's why I can follow through with taking this sometimes, but not all the time. Even then, I'm still like rebellious and I can't do routines. So, and then also like once I notice I'm like in a routine too, my brain does like a switch or something, and then I'm just like, nope, we ain't doing this no more. I just can't do routines. It's not for me. I just need something different every single day, and I can't just follow like wake up, eat a bowl of cereal, follow doing this. It makes me feel my life is more in place and like I'm doing good. But then once I notice, oh yeah, it's a routine, I stop doing it. I'm like, shit. I don't know. I just don't like routines. It's not for me. Aw, Luna. You're so cute. She's off camera over there, being really cute. Oh, honey probably heard Raven or something in the hallway. Now she's standing at the door. And then zinc. Zinc is a really good one for your health, just in general. It's a really good, like, basically, a barrier or something, I call it, where it can help you stay healthy. And I've watched people just, like, get sick one by one around me, and I just sat there and I'm just like, I feel great. And I took that pretty consistently. When I'm working, I'm able to, like, maintain following and taking this more better. So there's that, at least. But yeah, zinc, super good for you. It's also really good whenever you have, like, a sore throat. Get anything that has, like, zinc in it. It'll put, like, a nice coating over your throat and make it so your throat is not nearly as bad as it could be. Fun facts, that was from my grandma. My grandma is a retired nurse, so I know a little bit what I'm talking about because she taught me that. Yeah. And then this is from myself to myself. My grandma didn't know as much about this, or I mean, she probably did, but I just didn't ask her. I'm a hairdresser. Biotin, really good for your hair. It'll help it grow. It'll help it stay thick. It's also really good for your skin. It helps your nails grow in. If you are a pregnant woman or you just had a baby, taking biotin would be really beneficial for you for those reasons, because after you have a kid, you don't have, like, your body nourishing you as much, because now you've given that to your baby and now your baby's out of you, and I don't know, in some sense it's kind of seeped out all the goodness in a way, so now you need to put it back in to give it back to your body. That kind of ties into my beliefs I have about children, but I don't really feel that's important to share right now, so whatever. I do not want children. I'll just leave it as that. My children are my animals. So, that's about it. Alright. So, that's all the vitamin bits of it. I'll probably go have a snack after I'm done with this because I'm getting a little hungry. And now we're going to get on to the tea. This is not where I store the needles and stuff, but this cup makes the transfer of bringing them to where they belong. At some point, maybe in the next video that I film, I will be showing you the, the laundry detergent container that I have that I keep all the needles in now. I'm going to use this as my table because I know this is, like, slightly clean. Alright. Hey, honey, what's up? You want to play? How about a little bit later? Does that sound okay? You can sit next to me right now. I'm now burping because I just took vitamins. Yes, this is my stuff. You want to sniff? Yes, that's my stuff. Alright, so today, I'm not going to be taking my pants off, but I wore loose enough pants that I can just roll my pant leg up. So that's nice. Yep, we're still doing this leg. And this is still the previous bottle. This is lasting a lot longer than I expected. It's probably going to last me possibly even another 2 weeks. So I will be filming at 7 months, so actually this week won't be the last after doing, like, 2-week updates and stuff, but next episode, or the next video, next episode, whichever one you want to call it. It could be an episode, it could be a video. Who cares? It all means the same thing. But yeah, the next video or episode that I do will still be 7 months. So this is 6.5, and we are warming this guy up. Maybe we'll be transferring over to the new bottle by that episode. So we'll find out. And since I'm going to be, after that, doing it once a month, it'll be 7 months and then 8 months after that. I'm going to have to take notes because I'm not going to remember everything. Oh my dog is throwing stuff. She just threw it at my wire for my ring light. I have a ring light that I keep my phone on for you guys to be able to see what's going on easier. Which I found a lovely feature on it recently that I can change it to a warmer setting so it's not as piercing. And then I can turn the brightness down so it's not as piercing for my eyes. Because I have a little bit of a light sensitivity, especially to LED lighting. So it can be a little difficult for me sometimes to use the LED lighting. I can get pretty tired after I do a film of a video. Same thing for a TikTok. After I do a makeup, I get pretty tired because I use an LED lighting over there as well. So, yeah. That's feeling pretty warm. And just a little reminder why I warm it up. I know there's been a couple times that I have not warmed it up. I haven't always remembered to do it. It helps warm up the kind of crystals that hold the testosterone in it, and it makes it much more of a smoother dose and makes it a lot less likely to get like scarring or kind of bruising or kind of tissues that don't really like what's going on. So that's kind of good as well. So this guy's nice and warm. I can feel it now. I'm going to put it down on top of that over there. And we are going to clean the area. So I don't know if this is in view for you guys. I know when I was filming it last, my leg was kind of at the bottom of the screen, almost out of view. So I'm going to try my best to keep this in view. I can't really see what's going on. I don't really have a mirror on the other side of this. I should probably put a mirror on the other side so I can see what is visible when I'm filming. But I'm going to assume that this is probably in view. It looks like it might be in view for you guys. I hope it is. And we're not going to try to soak our whole entire leg again. Just the Q-tip. Let's see. I'm going to try to do it like right here or something. Yeah, right there. Right there's good. Weird, it just got like really red right there. I'm going to move this way a little bit actually because it just turned red. Oh. That's why. I have paint on my finger and it just came off like that. Okay, this spot's fine then. Yep, it just came off on the Q-tip, so there we go. Red paint. I wiped it off on my leg. I'm like, why is that turning red? That freaked me out for a slight moment. Alright, so that's all clean. Alright, let's get to getting it in the tube. Alright, starting with Pink Needle. Pink Needle Boy. Put this right here for now. Make sure we get some air in there. And so we're doing 2.5, but I put up to 3 for air in it. And then I pull it down to 3 as well. But I don't put 3 into me, I only put 2.5. I only pull about 3 because you're going to push about 1 out into the other needle. Alright, we're done with this one. I'm going to put this in here. Here, and get a Q-tip. And there we are at 2.5. And do it right here. I hope this is an invisible view for you guys. We will see, I guess, once I'm checking over later. Make sure you do it at your 45-degree angle and fully insert the needle. Okay, and that's that. Right, let's put this boy back on. Okay, put that away. Alright, so since the other Q-tip has paint on it, I'm going to get another one to clean. Hasn't given me the bead of blood yet. Keeps oozing back out. It's being a sassy boy today. My buddy, I just need my bead of blood. Alright. I'm gonna let that chill out for a moment. I think I got a little bead of blood out of it. So, another thing from today, specifically just today, I've been smelling a lot more like a man, and I'm getting like the masculine smell in the genital area, which I still slightly find like attractive to kind of smell. So I'm sitting here like smelling myself, and I'm like, ooh, that smells nice. And then I woke up today, and I was like almost kind of covered in sweat, so I think I had a good sleep or something. And so I was like, my armpits were sweaty, my genitals were sweaty, and I'm just like, okay, all right. And I just like got out of bed, and I'm like, wow, smells like a man. All right, cool. And then like I could smell my pits, and I'm just like, wow, still smells like a man. So like all the masculine smells kicking in here. And so for like clothing changes and stuff, again, I'm kind of still on the fence with, still making my changes on that. I happily was noticing I was starting to transition, like, probably about like a year before I actually started to actually transition. Probably more like a year and a half. And so I started buying more masculine clothing and like going for larger sizes at that point. So I was pretty noticeable in that sense, or at least logical in that sense, where I was like, I'm going to probably transition at some point. So I'm going to start seeing how I feel in these clothing. And happily, I was buying like medium-sized flannels. I was buying a bunch of sweatpants and stuff. which I pretty much almost live in all the time right now. I love sweatpants. They're so comfortable. You can move pretty flexibly in it. I can do yoga pretty easily in them as well if I feel spontaneous with doing yoga that day. And then going out in public, I usually have like sweatpants that are like, they kind of have like pockets on the sides of them. And I think you guys seen them a couple times. And they kind of have like a little bit of like a cargo feel a little bit to them. So it's like not kind of socially unacceptable to like wear them, but I mean, they're still sweatpants. So, but happily, I already started building up a wardrobe for myself, and so like decluttering my wardrobe and like noticing what I definitely don't wear anymore is a lot easier. So if you kind of like slightly suspect you might be trans, start testing out the clothing. That'd be a great way to first start seeing how you feel in it, and like start shopping in the guy section if you haven't already. And also, like, I notice a lot of girls like guys' clothes anyways, so it's like stealing their sweatshirts or something, or like trying out their sweatpants or something. So, like, even just being a girl with like some oversized hoodies and like sweatpants, I don't see many people saying no to that anyways, or thinking you're weird if you have it and you're worried about people's opinions on that sense. So just see how you feel in them. If it vibes with you a lot better and you like the comfortable feeling of that, start shopping in the guys section more. Maybe that's more your vibe, and then maybe eventually you'll come around to noticing that maybe you are a guy, or even you're just a girl that enjoys guys' clothing. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, just don't be afraid to test out things and like see what you like and what you don't like. It's all about you. This is your life. The only one that can make those decisions is you. And if you're trying to please somebody else, then I'm sorry that you're in that position. So that's the best I can say. Alright, I'm gonna pull my pant lid down. I'm not fully taking my pants off. Thanks again, guys, for watching this episode. It means a lot to me for seeing your support, and one of my friends said it's like watching a butterfly come out of its cocoon, so here I am blossoming. And so if you guys want to find me on my other socials, I'm not going to say them all, but you can find them in the link below. Please leave me a comment if you want me to discuss anything specific about like what's going on. You have any questions? I'm here to help you guys, not just document myself as well. And also if you're questioning your gender and want like somebody safe to talk with, I'm here. You can talk with me. You can contact me on any of the socials down below. I'm here to have a conversation with you guys. Also, if you have any questions about like pronouns and stuff and like what can you look for, I'm also going to link a place to find some like non-binary like pronouns and stuff, so everybody can like get a little bit versed into it. I did want to kind of make an episode where I specifically just talk about pronouns. I might do that in the next episode if I don't have very much to talk about, because doing it every 2 weeks, I'm slowly having less and less to talk about because it's all about the same stuff all over again. There's nothing really too big that's going on anymore. I haven't gotten around to doing a second shave yet. The first shave has been where it is at. It's still stubbly. It's growing slow. One of my friends said it definitely seems like I am in male puberty now. So there's that. Hi, Bean. You want to come here? Mwah. No? Okay. Well, you were asking for attention. What do you want? You silly. Okay. But yeah. Don't be afraid to reach out. I'm here to like talk with. I am a safe person to talk with. Message me in a sense of saying like, hey, I want to learn more. I want to ask some questions that might be a little bit personal. And who knows, maybe some of the questions you ask, I might actually share with everybody on here. So like, please ask a question if you have it. So, but yeah, thanks guys again for watching it. And I will see you again for 7 months, so it'll be in 2 weeks again as well. So, bye! Hope you guys have a great day, night, or time of the day! Woo! Bye.